I really need to get a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Squids and Smash.
Smash!
Yeah.
Internet
And
went
on the
nuts over that.
Octoling update for Splatoon.
Yep.
Plus, I got friends who play with Splatoon 2 all the time.
Splatoon.
Yep. Splatoon. But, yeah, also that I saw Black Panther as well. That's a great movie.
I still need to see it.
It's a great movie. Go see it.
I need to.
I really do. I was actually, it was last week, and it was actually still pretty packed in the theater. I was surprised.
Yep.
That movie's really popular. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that stuff. We're here to talk about ponies. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is 214 for the week of March 11th, 2018. I am Nemesis, and joining me as usual is Alca7raz.
Yo.
Yep, we got pony stuff to talk about, as I said, quite a bit. Not a whole lot of news, oddly enough.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Yeah, for 2 weeks of news, not really a lot there. There is definitely some interesting stuff there, and stuff that's, I think, a lot of people really like. We also have, of course, the new comic that came out last week, Legends of Magic number 11. We'll be talking about that. And, of course, the Equestria Girls shorts.
Yeah, a bunch of those popped
up.
up.
Yeah, 5 of those popped up yesterday as of recording. And we'll also be talking about Boast Busters later on. Oh, yeah, we're going there.
Oh, boy.
Yep. But we're going to go ahead, like I said, start with the news. And if you want to follow along with it, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show-notes. It's spelled LIBSYN. And the links there will, of course, give you more information than what we'll give because we're not going to spend forever on this stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with conventions. BronyCon has announced Jay Fosgate and Open Artist Alley applications. And BabsCon has announced Brenda Hickey. More comic people.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. And Everfree Northwest has announced 5 more VIP guests. GM Barrow, Josh Haber, Jim Miller, Katrina Hadley, and Pixel Kitties.
And Pixel Kitties.
One of these things is not like the other.
Pixel Kitties is still awesome, though.
Yeah,
so.
but it's just kind of... Okay. Real names, then online name.
And then an online name.
If someone doesn't work in the show and only done some commission work here and there for the franchise.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trey, that's coming up soon. A couple months now from now.
Yeah,
actually.
it's very soon. It's just around the corner.
Fandom news and whatnot. A Ponyfied Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rulebook exists.
It
exists. If you want to do ponies in D&D and not the official pony tabletop game.
Maybe if you already are like really into D&D.
Yeah.
The normal D&D 5th edition.
Yep. So if you're into that, check it out. The Brony Thank You Fund 2019 calendars are available to order. Merchandise news. Gameloft has added Iron Will, his goats, and Tempest Shadow to the MLP mobile game. And they've also released a small behind-the-scenes video on how they make their stuff for the game as well.
Yeah.
Also, Tempest Shadow is like $18.
Yeah, it's like wow.
Taking things a little too far there, guys.
I think they already crossed that line.
Yeah. And the Tales of Equestria My Little Pony, the movie source book, is out in the US. This is an add-on thing for the RPG.
Yeah, it's like lore and stuff if you want to build. If I remember correctly, it's lore and things so you can make your own campaigns.
Source book. Yep. And this is not specifically Pony, but Toys R Us is probably filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which means liquidation, which means the end of the company.
Yeah, it's not directly Pony related, but it will have an impact.
If it happens. I mean, it's likely at this point, but it's not confirmed yet. But yeah, it means, well, you might be able to get some Pony stuff cheap soon. Because it looks like like my local store is one of the ones that was already announced for closing. It's already down to 50% off everything.
Yeah, except for Lego.
Except for Lego for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, I heard it could possibly affect things. I heard it was 10% of Hasbro's toy sales are in Toys R Us.
Yeah, Hasbro and Mattel stocks have already dropped because of Toys R Us's woes.
Yeah, 10% of their income on toy sales from one store.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big hit if they disappear.
Yeah. We'll see how this affects things in the future, but I suspect from here on out, it's going to be a lot more Amazon sales and Walmart.
Yep.
In Equestria Girls news, Road Trippin' with Granny Smith is out on YouTube. This is actually the one that was on the movie Blu-ray.
Yes, apparently it was never intended to be just an exclusive. It was always planned to be released later.
That, marketing didn't really get that across, but I think that was the point. Get you to buy it.
Yep.
I guess if you aren't already there for the movie, I guess
Equestria
Girls will push you over.
That's the thing that would make you buy the movie.
And Forgotten Friendship Part 1 is also up on YouTube and it's titled A Friendship to Remember. So that's one part of 5, I believe, yes. First 10 minutes, I haven't had a chance to watch it and see if anything's different from the full thing yet, but
yeah,
I'll have to do that pretty soon. So there you go. For part 1, if you missed it and you want to watch it a different way. Or just wait for see the extra stuff that's in there, supposedly. We'll see. And Friendship and Magic news. Yes, final section already. An official DJ Pwn 3 rave music video was released. It's just a mix of a couple of the DJ Pwn 3 songs that have shown up.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it was interesting. She shows scenes from the Pony show, but the song that was playing was the one from Equestria Girls.
Well, initially, then they also played the song from Slice of Life.
Yeah, they did that one too. They start out with the one from...
Yeah, it's kind of basic though.
Yeah, it is pretty basic. Nothing new in it.
And 2 more fundamentals of Magic videos were released.
Yep.
So if you're interested in that stuff.
It explains absolutely nothing.
Nothing we didn't already know. My Little Pony, the movie, broke $60 million worldwide thanks to China.
Woo!
$60 million, and if that leak was correct, which I don't doubt that means they did not make money.
Aww.
I believe all total the movie goes, they might have made a small profit, if I recall correctly. A very small profit. I think it actually said $50 million to make all things total.
Aww.
So, yeah, it just barely made a profit.
That sucks.
Yeah, because everyone's throwing around the $8 million. I think we were too.
Yeah.
And it turns out that was wrong.
Very wrong if that's the case.
Yep.
They won't release their numbers.
And another promo for Season 8 has arrived.
Another one.
Yeah, along with a Discovery Family's March 2018 promo, which has some pony scenes in it. And their Ponypalooza ad also has few scenes from Season 8. And apparently they're teasing an animatic from a future episode as well during their Ponypalooza event. I would not be surprised, though, if it's just the one they showed us. Which was that?
Is that one of the
Comic-Con?
It was one of those conventions or whatnot.
Yeah, I think it was Comic-Con that showed it at. San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So,
it was a Chrysalis one, wasn't
bunch
it?
of ads telling you to watch ponies.
It was a Chrysalis one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Chrysalis one.
Yeah.
And finally, Discovery Family's April 2018 highlights have synopses for all the episodes airing in April, and there are 4 of them. Starting off, Fake It Till You'll Make It. When Fluttershy is the only pony available to look after the Manhattan boutique while Rarity's away, she takes on a series of characters to cope with the intimidating clientele and learn that she is already the best pony for the job just by being herself. So that was pretty much the whole episode there, I guess.
I guess. You just explained everything.
Yeah. And Granny's Gone Wild.
Oh boy.
Granny Smith and her friends head to Las Pegasus. Rainbow Dash tags along as a chaperone so she can ride the best roller coaster ever before it closes. Rainbow Dash and old people.
Rainbow Dash chaperoning old people.
Oh boy.
Oh.
They're all going to be too slow for her. Just watch.
Except there's going to be some moral that turns around and it turns out it's
just watch. She's going to be
awesome.
complaining they're too slow.
Yep. At least at first.
And then Surf and or Turf. With family members on Mount Eris and sea pony relatives in Sequestria, the Cutie Mark Crusaders try to help a young hippogriff figure where he belongs.
Oh.
Yep. That's the one where we saw the images of a sea pony CMC, so this is probably obviously where it comes from.
Yeah. That could definitely be an interesting one.
So it looks like the hippogriffs kind of split between
some that wanted to go back and
some wanted to stay in the water, I guess.
That could be a good source of stories.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
And finally, Horseplay.
Oh boy.
Twilight Sparkle casts Princess Celestia in her play, only to discover Celestia's talents lie elsewhere.
Celestia can't act.
Oh no.
This is... This is probably going to be glorious.
Oh yeah, we're getting a Celestia episode and Twilight. Celestia and
Yay.
Twilight, and no stupid Starlight getting in the way.
Starlight's going to be there through the whole thing.
Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, that is the news.
The news.
All the news done.
All of it. Forever.
There's nothing new under the sun. Anyway, discussion time, because, well, we got a comic to review. This is Legends of Magic number 11, the introduction of Mistmane.
This one goes
into
to
the crew.
11.
Putting together a crew. Yep, once again, written by Jeremy Whitley, with art by Tony Fleeks, and colors by Heather Beckel. And, well, they come up to Mistmane's greenhouse, and it seems to be empty, except for plants. I mean, plants in the greenhouse. Yes, it's locked and barred up, so they're trying to find ways in. It seems like it's very difficult for reasons. It looks like the plants are actively making it difficult. Anyway, they find their way in and meet Mistmane. And then things happen from there, more or less. Not a whole lot. It's mostly talking.
There's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, I've noticed this one.
It's dialogue heavy.
Yeah, I mean, the story, more or less, I guess the main problem kind of solved halfway through the comic and just keeps going with lots and lots of dialogue.
Yep, it's very expository.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's fine.
It's fine. I mean, it's not bad dialogue.
Yeah, a lot of it's actually pretty funny. Ponies go with their bulbs toward the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little thing like the dialogue's funny. It's just there's also just very dialogue heavy. So
it's also kind of caught a reference between this and Little Shop of Horrors.
A little bit.
Equestria Girls.
Yeah, My Little Shop of Horrors.
My Little Shop of Horrors.
I think they changed the title again. I forgot they released on YouTube with a completely different title. The lawyers sweated a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an all right issue. There's also a really nice big old 2-page panel.
Is it an actual centerfold?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Not quite. It's 2 pages off.
Okay. I like it when it is in the center so you don't have the seam.
Alas, we have a seam though. So yeah, it's all right. I mean, at this point, it's kind of I guess an in between issue of sorts. Not a whole lot happens. It's very dialogue heavy. So I think it's the only reason I recommend it just because you need it for the rest of the story.
Yeah. Although the very ending setting up for the last person they're adding.
Yeah. It's Star Swirl. I mean,
yeah, it's Star Swirl, but what he's doing right when they meet.
Yeah, that's interesting of itself. A little reference there.
Yeah. Interesting little reference. I don't want to spoil it. So
yeah, just go ahead and pick it up, I guess, if you're already invested.
It's $4, less than.
Yeah, $3.99. So sure,
$3.99 US.
And with that, we move on.
To
the Equestria Girls shorts, the beach theme ones that just came out.
More beach
out
episodes.
Of nowhere.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and talk about those. So there are 5 of them. All beach themed. They're very short and very simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. I mean, even compared to some of the other shorts, they're still pretty simple.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and just, I guess, go in the order they were in on the app. It starts out on the first one, X marks the spot. Sunset finds a message in a bottle with a map in it. And, it's her, Twilight, and Pinky go follow it. And it leads to a, sushi truck.
Yes, it leads
especially familiar sushi truck.
Yep.
I believe it actually still had sunset on the side of it. If I recall, I need to double check that.
I would have to double check that one.
Yeah, I believe it had sunset still on the side of it because that's what's on the toy design.
That's what's the toy design.
Yeah, so they just kind of go on a treasure hunt. They find a decoder ring and with another message in the treasure map, and then find out, that's just an ad. It's just a crummy commercial.
Buy our toys.
The girl working the truck apparently was actually voiced by Tara Strong. One of the few times she's voiced a non-Twilight character. Oddly enough.
Yeah, it marks as attendant as Tara Strong.
How about that? Funnily enough, she has the same design as a pony at the... I just saw this on Twitter, actually. One of the ponies who worked at Which one? The Stranger Than Fanfiction, the Daring Do convention. Same design. It's probably the human version of that pony. So it's got Sunset on there?
It's the original design of the toy.
So Sunset's on the side of the truck, and Sunset does not see anything wrong with this.
Yep, unless they change it. It's kind of hard to see.
But you see red and yellow?
See more red than yellow, but...
It looks like they made a minor change.
I think they may have removed the yellow.
I'm looking at the design of the sushi truck because I have one. It's a minor change, so I guess they can kind of get away with it not being Sunset, so Sunset doesn't ask too many questions.
Yep.
Doesn't start to realize she's a character in a cartoon. Become self-aware.
Oh no.
Go crazy. Anyway, this was also written by Kara Lee Burke. Moving on. Aw, baby turtles.
Aw, baby turtles.
Exactly, that's what it's titled. Fluttershy is upset over crying baby sea turtles, and her, Dash, and Rarity, I believe? No, Applejack. Help them out because, well, they're stuck. And they enlisted Tank.
Because, he's a tortoise. That's close enough, right?
Close enough. Well, except for the fact tortoises don't swim. I almost forgot something about the last one. They actually did a little weird little map view thing of them.
Yeah,
which is kind of like a video game,
like a old school RPG overworld thing.
That was kind of funny.
That was kind of cool.
Because this one they had a little time lapse thing initially for Tank. Because lead the way, Tank. Okay. And then Dash gets impatient because Dash doesn't do slow.
No one does that slow.
Well, except for tortoises, obviously.
Except for tortoises.
Yeah, they worked to clear the beach, and then it was all for naught because Tank led them to the water.
And then cried when they left.
Yeah, Dash was like, why don't we just carry him? No, you can't do that. I was going to say, well, actually, you're going to break them if you help them out.
Yeah.
And, good thing Fluttershy spoke up.
Yep.
Yeah, again, there's a thing that happened. It's
giant enemy crabs.
Well, they're pretty small, although one of them's wielding a knife and a razor.
Yeah.
And did a pretty good job of stopping Dash from digging, apparently.
A very strong crab.
And there's a sunken ship. It's a toy.
It's a toy.
Because I was like, what? I was like, then again, seeing some of the stuff I've been seeing in the background of these episodes, I wouldn't have been surprised there was a sunken ship.
Yep.
Anyway, this was also written by Kara Lee Burke. And yeah, they did really nothing. They wound up wasting their time. In fact, I'm noticing a lot of them are just wasting their time.
They're just spending the day at the beach. Yeah. Really.
Yep.
That's it. It's as slice of life as you can get.
Yeah. And the third one is Lost and Found, in which, Rarity loses an earring at the beach and enlists Applejack and Dash to help her after starting to cry and everything. And she apparently wore mascara to the beach, and why would you do that?
It's Rarity.
It's just going to come off really quickly. But actually, she loses the earring, and she gets them to help, and, well, at least she's prepared to help with metal detectors. That's at least one degree of preparedness.
And they find a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. They find a bunch of stuff, including apparently a skull.
And mines.
Yeah. I'm guessing the skull has a metal plate in it. That's the only thing I can think of. Of course, that also begs a question of itself. Like, how did the skull get there?
Yes. Well,
should the cops be notified?
Yes, if you find a buried body, a buried skeleton.
You should probably... Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff in that beach, apparently.
Yep.
Anyway, and then Dash finds another earring, which, try to help, even though it's not the same. And then it turns out the earring was caught in Rarity's hair the whole time. Dash and Applejack are not amused by this.
No.
And this was written by Kate Leth. Yeah, they tore up the beach trying to find this thing. And when they dug, when Applejack dug, somehow she dug a lot of sand because it's not the strength I'm worried about.
It's the fact that how much could that even fit on the shovel?
It looked like a little cheap plastic shovel.
Yes.
That thing would have broken.
It doesn't even have the surface area to hold all that. How did it stay there?
Cartoon physics, I guess. And too hot to handle. Pinky tries to get snow cones because they're apparently doing something with crabs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinky, and Dash. Pinky tries to get snow cones and runs into trouble on the way back.
Runs into trouble.
Yeah. Including, oh no, a kid lost their snow cone. Oh, boo-hoo. Here you go. And then a seagull. The flying rats.
Yes.
The flying sea rats.
Yes.
There's also the flying city rats.
crows.
No, there's flying country rats. Actually, no,
Right.
flying city rats are pigeons.
Yes. Pigeons and crows and
Seagulls.
Yep.
Yeah, so she loses that one, and then, of course, the sand's too hot. Somehow, now it's too hot. Before it was fine.
Yep.
And she, gets on a beach ball. And then, oh no, she gets them there successfully, except one's all covered in sand. And then turns out the crabs are hot now.
The crabs are hot. They need some ice, too.
So why don't you give them the sandy one?
Which they ate anyway.
Yeah. And then Dash proves how futile it all was when she just runs off and gets them herself.
Yep.
Oh well. I guess that works.
Yep.
Because that's just all it does is like the Pinky just kind of drop the last snow cone. Just after that, just drops it. Like,
that was the one covered in sand anyway.
Yeah, she's just like, and just drops it. Although I did notice Octavia was in the background at one point.
Yeah, Octavia
in the
actually
foreground,
showed up.
technically.
Octavia actually showed up in the first one as well.
Yeah.
When they went up to
Octavia.
this sushi truck. She was walking across. Same with Derpy.
Yep.
And Bolt.
And this was written by Laura Hooper Beck. Again, pretty straightforward and not a whole lot there.
Yeah.
And finally, the fifth one, Unsolved Selfie Mysteries. They take a selfie and then they find some weird thing in the water behind them. It might be a sea monster, so they have to check it out, right? So they all go their various ways to try to figure out what it is, and then Timber shows up because of reasons, I guess.
Because he's there, apparently.
I guess. And they're trying to find it, and then they freak out because it looks like it's coming towards them, and so Twilight's freaking out because Sunset and Pinky are in danger. Meanwhile, Pinky's looking for a floaty as well because that's what they're going to do. They're going to swim out there, but Pinky needs her floaty. And they go in there, and it turns out it's Fluttershy with a bunch of crap on her head because she found the thing, and it turned out to be Pinky's floaty.
Yep. Pinky's floaty covered in, seaweed.
Timber is a spruce. Timber Spruce is a wuss.
Timber is a spruce.
Yes, a spruce. He's a wuss.
Yep,
who
he's a
you
wuss.
try to use Twilight as a shield.
Gonna hide behind Twilight.
Twilight, you should dump him. Of course, as people pointed out, it seemed like he was the third wheel in this whole thing.
He was.
Because, what happens when Twilight's freaking out about Pinky and Sunset? What she'd first do goes to Sunset. and they hold each other. Oh. Shipping intensifies. Look, guys, if you keep doing stuff like that, you're never going to sell us on Timber and Twilight.
That one's
it's like you
just
keep undermining yourselves on this.
Even I have to agree on that one. That was just they did that on purpose, didn't they?
Yeah, anyway, this was also written by Nina Daniels. So I think that one is just kind of the best just because, we got the best sunlight moment.
Oh, because, yeah.
we got a pretty obvious sunlight moment, which is in of itself weird. Because it's like, remember Timber? Yeah, unfortunately.
At least it wasn't Flash.
Yeah, that's pretty bad too. But it's just so weird because, again, they just keep undermining themselves on this. I'm not sure if they totally realize it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They totally it's it makes you wonder if someone somewhere in there is intentionally undermining it because they think it's dumb too. I don't know. Anyway, which way they are undermining themselves, oh yeah, Timber and Twilight. No, Twilight and Sunset. Oops. But other than that, again, they're kind of all right. They're nothing special.
Yeah, they're super basic slice of life stuff.
Yeah,
So
they're all less than 3 minutes long.
yeah, don't expect super deep writing or anything like that. They're not intended to.
They're no Forgotten Friendship.
Yeah.
They're incredibly short. Even the Forgotten Friendship stuff, even split up, they're 10 minutes long. These are less than 3 minutes each, and actually closer to 2 minutes just because they have start off with an ad for season 8 of Friendship is Magic.
Yep.
So they're all right. I think the weakest one is probably Too Hot to Handle, honestly.
Yeah.
Baby Turtles also wasn't that great either. The other three were
Baby Turtles had the benefit of some funny moments with the crabs.
A bit, yeah. But I think X Marks the Spot, Lost and Found, and Unsolved Selfie Mysteries are probably overall the better ones.
Yeah.
Just because at least, again, it's all of them just kind of stuff happens and turns out not to be what you think it is, or disappointment, or... What's that? Treasure? No, it's a sushi. It's a sushi deal.
Oh.
Baby Turtles. Oh, Tank did it for you.
Tank did.
Lost and Found. Oh, the hearing was there the whole time. Too Hot to Handle. Oh, Dash just got the snow cones instead after all that. Unsolved Selfie Mysteries is just a stupid floaty.
It's a floaty. Too Hot to Handle. It was with the title. I thought it was going to be something with sunburn.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was thinking.
That's a bait and switch.
You lied to me.
You lied to me.
But that's that.
That's that.
It's short enough.
You think we can throw
Real quick, I think.
do a super quick review of
we can do
old episode?
Let's do it. We're going to go ahead and talk about Boast Busters.
Boast Busters. Oh boy.
Yes, we're doing it. So the quick synopsis. Twilight's doing some spells with Spike there, and then Trixie shows up and she brags around, and oh no, she seems like, she's an awful person. No one can seem to stand up to her, and Twilight won't because she's afraid that her friends will hate her because they all don't like show-offs. And so that happens, and Trixie's bothered by Snips and Snails, and then they go get an Ursa Minor, and then they comes to the town, and Trixie admits she can't actually do it, and then Twilight defeats the Ursa and sends her out, and then Trixie runs away, and that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Obviously more to it, but yeah. So this episode is obviously a big deal because it's the introduction of Trixie, for better or for worse.
That is a really big deal. It is important.
Yeah, I'll just say that. It's important. That's unfortunately. The thing about this episode, it's a very early episode. It's a very heavily Twilight-focused episode. And it's wasn't entirely met with the overwhelming enthusiasm, let's just say that.
It was...
Let's just say a lot of people really didn't like Trixie, including myself.
A lot of people really do, though. I wasn't around. This was season 1, so I wasn't around for its airing. But there's a lot of people who really, really like Trixie.
Those people obviously have bad taste.
So I would say, I guess after the fact is all I can say on this one, but it seemed to be rather divisive.
Yeah.
Some people really liked it, and some people really didn't.
Yeah, this episode also and that really reestablishes the idea that yes, Twilight is incredibly talented with magic. Just kind of because after a couple episodes, it's kind of just really like here she is, taking an Ursa Minor, picking casting a spell to make wind go to make it fall sleepy, grabbing a water tower, filling it with milk, picking up the Ursa Minor, and then floating it away back to its cave.
Which she couldn't see, by the way.
Yeah. It really just is established, Twilight's really talented in magic, just in case you forgot.
Let's not, talk about the intricacies of getting all of the milk, how that worked.
Cows.
Would have had to pick up the cows, hold them over, and milk them all.
Yep. All of that while she can't see them. That's pretty crazy.
No one could see that one. I don't think that would have passed us.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And this is also part of the reason why it's weird how they later treat magic.
Yeah, it was like... Magic got really weird. And it hasn't really got much better.
They keep contradicting themselves, let's just say that.
Yep.
Big one, actually, oddly enough, was Magic Duel, the second Trixie episode, which all of a sudden Twilight's having a hard time doing pretty basic stuff comparatively.
Levitating a handful of animals.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. Like I said, this episode kind of causes a bunch of weirdness.
Yeah.
I know itself, because it's also weird because I think this is another one of those episodes that kind of hints at Lauren, at the time, Lauren Faust's larger vision for the show. It's one of those episodes, if that makes sense. They kind of just small hints there. If you look in season 1, there's a small hints that they're going towards something bigger later on.
I guess.
Small ones. And, big, the first one obviously being Twilight having a crown instead of a necklace and all that stuff. That was one of the big ones. And so this is one of those, again, is kind of, there's a line actually specifically in the beginning. I'm trying to remember what it was now. Twilight said it. But Trixie showing up is interesting just because, she's annoying, in my opinion.
She's incredibly annoying.
She's, and this is also part of the reason I think the episode's controversial, because people, of course, immediately try to jump to defending Trixie's behavior in this episode. Like, she's so showbiz. She's supposed to be bragging and stuff. It's like, not necessarily. You don't have to go off, not only do you have to not have to insult your audience, you don't, have to make up wild stories about yourself to sell yourself. You can actually, just not do that. Just saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to make up a story about how you defeated a giant bear. You can just say, I'm really cool. Look what I can do, instead of making up something.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the whole what if a unicorn's special talent is magic?
That's the one. Because that's they're kind of reestablishing that's not exactly common.
Yeah.
For the most part, magic is used to help out your special talent, not just, I can do pretty much anything magic.
Yeah.
So that was kind of one of those things that kind of hinted at stuff. Just again, the general, just like, Twilight's kind of a special case here, isn't she?
Yeah.
So that's just interesting. Again, there's a lot of little things in season 1 that kind of never went anywhere because Lauren Faust left the show and all that stuff. But
left the show, and things
can change because you got a bunch
change as you,
especially when you have a whole bunch of writers at this point. Almost no one involved in the show or writing for the show was involved in the beginning.
And Rob isn't there either for editing.
Yeah,
and Zeddy's not there, so the entire staff has changed.
Yeah, pretty much. The only one who's even involved at all is still there at the beginning. I guess like Jim, Megan,
and the musicians.
Yeah,
and the voice actors.
Yeah, but writing wise,
yeah,
it's pretty much brand new, completely different.
But even then, things can still change.
I know,
even if you still have the same writers.
I mean, it's just just a bunch of stuff was dropped, obviously.
Yeah,
because part of it was Lauren Faust didn't tell anyone about it. Just kind of kept in her head.
But yeah, this episode, Trixie's just really annoying. I think that's just the really big point out of it. Mm. It's about Trixie, and she's really, really annoying. But as far as Twilight goes, it's kind of interesting. This is very early Twilight, where she's really naive.
Mm-hmm. Naive, and not only that, really skittish about,
everything.
Well, particularly about her friendship. I think at this point she's still quite certain her friendship is very fragile.
Yeah.
Whereas later she's like, no, my friendships are ironclad.
Yeah.
So it's a very different attitude towards friendship at this.
Very different. This one is probably more exemplary of that than other early episodes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is weird watching it and seeing just how naive on some things she is. Like when it comes to boasting and stuff like that. Yeah. This whole thing could have been resolved so much sooner.
Yeah, Twilight's just like, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to do this thing. I can't do that. Oh.
Uh-oh.
But that's basic. That's a basic spell you learn in your first year at
Magic Kindergarten. Learn this in Magic Kindergarten.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. That's one of those things they later revealed that Trixie was supposed to be an ex-student at the School for Gifted Unicorns.
That would have been cool.
That was going to be a thing, or something.
I could see actually make Trixie a nemesis to Twilight. Like, I remember you.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back and I'm going to come after you.
They kind of sort of did.
They sort of did, but I would have liked it a little bit more grounded. You could have done some cool stuff with that.
Yeah. The other thing was about Trixie was...
It would have given her a reason for being so pointed.
Yeah. Also, another funny thing about Trixie's, and a lot of people have noticed this, of course, which is Trixie's horn is unusually large. Compared to... Yeah, I know. Suspicious. It's probably not real. She's had some work done. Okay. Wouldn't surprise me. It's actually the case. That would make sense for her character.
She gotta make her look better. Trying to make herself look better.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Although that is weird, just because when she wears it, it's almost like she's not wearing a horn.
That's kind of a thing.
Whoops.
It's just like...
No, shut up, though.
It's just easier.
Yeah, the initial bragging scene, it's just, a lot of people like to point out the idea that the main six started, heckling her, and it's like... But then again, looking at this, it's just... Yeah, she's talking, she's really, really talking herself like, look, the most spectacular feats of magic ever witnessed by pony eyes.
Yeah. Although that isn't, for your standard stage magician, that isn't too far off from what you would normally hear. Your stereotypical stage magician.
Yeah, and then, the thing was, then the challenges started happening. It's like, yeah, we can do these things, and Trixie says she can do them, then actually doesn't.
Yeah, anything you can do, I can do better, but then when she does them better, she doesn't do them anything like it.
All she does is try to humiliate them.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not really the proper way to handle a heckler.
No. It doesn't really fit what you were saying either.
Yeah.
You didn't do the same thing better.
And of course, Dash. Just because one has the ability to perform lots of magic does not make them better than the rest of us. Especially when you got me being around being better than the rest of us.
Darn straight.
No, bad.
But still, that's one of the greatest lines coming up after that, that Dash says.
Magic's magic, boo.
No. We don't need you showing off. That's my job.
Dash, I think you're missing the point.
Honestly, that would be a great personality trait for her. And that would actually be growth, too. Where, when she understands the braggart thing, and she understands that, but also doesn't play it seriously. The whole, that's my job.
Yeah, but, she was actually being serious.
Sort of.
Sort of? There's no sort of, she was totally being serious. No, don't. No, you know I'm right. That Dash is completely being serious about the idea that she is totally better than everyone else.
Yeah, a bit. I mean, she's got the ego. But still, that's still a great line. That's my job.
It's hard to miss.
Because when you're admitting you're showing off, you can't do that seriously.
Other thing was, the Ursa big.
Right,
yeah. This is not an Ursa Major, it's an Ursa Minor.
Wait, what?
It's just a baby.
That's just a baby.
What? Yeah, it's like, okay, so are we ever actually going to see an Ursa Major,
actually walking around doing things, though, just in a cave?
Because I'm trying to remember, I think someone actually posted, someone made a scale thing. It's like, just to give you an idea just how big the thing is.
That was years ago.
Yeah.
Someone made that scale thing. And it's big.
It's very big.
It's big. It's very big.
It's Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Yep.
Not a bugbear. We get that later.
Oh, yeah, that's later. The thing, this other thing was, Snips and Snails. This is their big introduction, too.
Yes, Snips and Snails.
Snails is, slow. Not surprising. He really likes pudding, too, I guess.
I like pudding.
Yep. And Snips is... I don't know. Snips is Snips.
I don't know how do you describe that. Snips is Snips. They did have one really great scene, though. The whole... the Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, yeah. You thinking what I'm thinking? Flea market.
Why do they call it a flea market when they don't sell fleas?
Yeah. No. Just come on.
Yeah. That was great.
What? Where is your head right now?
Don't ask.
At the flea market.
Obviously.
Probably the brain actually is at the flea market. Not selling.
Yeah.
Beyond that, what was it? Yeah, so Trixie has to admit, also the whole thing, she has to admit she's lying.
Yes.
Like, I lied. I can't do it. No one can.
I lied. I'm sorry.
It's kind of interesting. And then, of course, the end of it with Trixie is just, she leaves, and her ego's bruised, but still intact.
Yep.
She's not, no.
Let it go.
No. Yeah, you did it, but you're not me, though. That's pretty much was it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just you'll never be as good as me. That you'll never have the amazing show-stopping ability of the great and powerful Trixie. Yeah. Sure, Trixie, you tell yourself that. And then, of course, you had to leave it open for her to come back, which it takes her 2 seasons to do.
She did come back.
Eventually. Took her a while, but she did.
Vengeance.
Revengeance.
Revengeance.
Yeah. And the thing was about you talk about this whole Trixie being a nemesis thing. And it was often a thing in fan works.
It was a huge thing.
And of course, then what happens is when 2 people are enemies, obviously.
Yes, and then the other parts of the fandom come in. No,
because I know a lot of people. Because a lot of people are trying to pull this idea that no, Trixie actually really is that powerful. No, really. And the show's like, no, she's not.
No.
She really isn't.
She's not.
And because all people try to pull this thing of oh, Trixie really is as good as Twilight. Really, she's just never had the proper training or whatever. It's like, actually, no, she went to the Gifted Unicorns, and yeah, she did have the proper training. She just really isn't that good. She's mediocrity.
Yeah, I mean, she probably could be a really good illusionist, but her talent is stage magic.
Yep,
That's literally her cutie mark. It's stage magic. It's illusionist.
Yep.
So yeah, she could probably be an amazing illusionist, but it's still an illusionist.
She can be a great illusionist.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's really not much of anything magic-wise.
Yeah. Her core isn't magic itself. It's illusions. So it's close.
She's also really good at, telling lies.
That's illusionist. That's
Illusions.
part of the job.
No, she doesn't do tricks.
We're not finishing that sentence.
Right.
I know that reference.
Yeah. What was interesting, I remember that there's a behind-the-scenes story about this one. Trixie here started off as Tristan, a male unicorn.
Oh.
And then Hasbro said, no, we don't want that many male characters. Make him a girl. Okay. And then later on, hey, we want more male characters. Something. It was the other way around. They said more male characters, and they made Tristan, and they said, no, we don't want that many male characters. Make him a girl. Okay. And, okay, so there's a bit of an elephant in the room regarding this episode as well.
Yep, I was wondering when you're going to get to this.
The writer of this episode was Chris Savino. If you don't remember, fairly recently he got in trouble because, he went to work at Nickelodeon, particularly on The Loud House, and then he got fired from Nickelodeon for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
The problem, of course, being this kind of retroactively retains everything he's worked on.
A bit, yeah.
And he wrote this episode, and not only that, he was the major force in making Trixie who she is. So it's kind of that awkwardness now. That knowledge, now we have that knowledge, is kind of the right.
Oh. Yeesh.
So it as an episode, it's kind of just weird just knowing that.
Yeah.
But this is, I think, one of those times that definitely you do apply the term separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he slipped anything weird into this. It's just a pretty straightforward episode of MLP.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, he did some pretty awful things, but
I don't think they particularly affected this episode.
No. As far as I can tell, no.
But yeah, it is still a bit awkward.
Yeah, it's just awkward just knowing that. Not having that knowledge is kind of awkward. Okay, so the episode overall, though, it's just kind of
mediocre.
It's all right, I guess. It's really, looking back at it,
it doesn't hold up as well after we've seen more things.
Yeah, it's honestly,
you can start to see little holes and little problems that it didn't have, but it caused.
Yeah, not necessarily that. Just not beyond that. Just as the episode itself is just kind of very much someone comes to town, everyone starts heckling them, and it's like, okay, I guess.
Yeah,
it's yeah, and then there's also the whole mustache thing as well.
The whole mustache,
number 20, which that created a big problem down the line because like that whole what episode was that? I don't remember what the title was, but Haber wrote it and like we can't do any magic with hair.
That's one with Rarity and Punk Rarity.
Yeah, and it's like that. We can't do
hair magic is really difficult and can't do it. But
you did do it. You magically grew mustaches on. Did you forget? Probably. Probably because it wasn't a major point in the episode, but also it was kind of weird. Just like, we're gonna, you have to clean this up, and also I'm gonna give you a mustache because.
Because it was funny.
I guess.
It was just a funny thing.
Kind of just weird, though.
It is.
Other than that, it's also weird how Pinky's and Fluttershy are just kind of there.
Just kind of there.
No, they don't say anything.
No lines.
They're just there.
I wonder if Andrea wasn't in that day.
Yeah, might be. She just one of those weird oddities.
Also, Derpy was there without derped eyes.
Yeah, there's that. And of course, once again, crowd scenes with, hey, look, repeats.
Repeats, because you use the assets you have.
Yep. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. When the episode aired in Canada, they actually muted the word loser.
Interesting.
Yeah, because remember, this was the educational formative days.
Yeah.
Well, which is funny. I remember they actually are talking about it later. They had a trouble with the word egghead later on. They're like, no, they had to fight for that one, oddly enough.
Egghead. Yeah.
It's a very kind of, even for season 1, it's kind of a mediocre episode overall. It's just kind of, there's not really, other than the only thing really special about it is just that it introduced us to Trixie. Really.
Yeah,
Other than
that's
that,
why it's
very
important.
Yeah, other than that, it's very just honestly, it's one of those. It's not particularly great as an episode. It's very threadbare and lacking, I guess. It's just missing something. I mean, honestly, for a lot of people, the only thing that held it together was Trixie.
Yeah.
Which actually did have come to play later episodes. Which the only reason it worked was because of Trixie, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Other than that, it would have failed entirely. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't think honestly it wasn't for Trixie being so awful. Yeah, it's kind of the weird thing. Is like it's fun to hate. It was fun to hate on her. I think for a lot of us, it was just fun to hate on her because she was such an awful character. And for other people, I don't know why they liked her, but they liked her, so they.
Everyone has their own tastes, I guess.
Stop having bad taste. Anyway, yeah, mediocrity. Honestly,
yeah, it was.
I think it lucks out, and that was early.
It doesn't hold up as well over time. That's really it.
That's that.
That's that.
We talked quite a long time, actually. But yeah, moving on to fan content.
Right.
Yep, fan content. So we'll start off with 3 songs. And again, if you want to, see the links for all the fan content we have, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show-notes. All
right, to start the music off, I've got 3 songs. This was a fun couple weeks. There was a ton of music that dropped. The entire Ponies at Dawn album, plus multiple other albums dropped, so that was a fun one. Anyway, I had to pick 3. And the first one I'm going to feature is Totalspark's Ascension. I absolutely love this song. It's just got so much emotion to it. It's slow, it's mellow with a little bit of D&B to it, but it's just got so much emotion behind it, and I love it so much. I can't tell if it's like a bittersweet emotion or a feeling of relief kind of emotion, but either way, it makes me happy, but my face moist at the same time. It's one of those emotions.
Sure.
Why am I crying? I'm happy. But yeah, it's really good.
It's got nice chimes in the beginning. That chime, hard to say, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's also kind of cool how the energy of the song kind of increases when the drums kick in, and then kind of drops back down when they fade out again.
Yep.
Yeah, the song, I feel like it's kind of generally reflective or contemplative tone to it.
Yeah.
Kind of it's kind of sitting there thinking about tree.
Or thinking about, if anything for me, it's like thinking about the past.
That too. Like I said, contemplative.
Yeah, where's where I get that sort of bittersweet. It's interesting. It's really good though.
But it's not symphony.
Not the bittersweet symphony. Anyway, next song is AlicornAscension's Blue, featuring Forever Free Brownie.
Falling down on me. I wish you hadn't left me, and that I could turn back time to a better time and a better place when you still were mine. Please know that I'm sorry, and I pray that you
this
would
one,
stay.
It is really well done. Like, the vocal work is amazing, instrumentation is amazing. All of it's just really, really well done. It's got a sort of a almost jazzy or blues sort of piano feel. It's a sad song, but it's really, really well done.
Mm-hmm.
It's also this artist's first song in the fandom.
Huh.
They are brand new here.
How about that? Yeah, this is very much this song that I'm thinking of a bar or a lounge.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
Yep.
And yeah, it's definitely, it's like, again, that's this is something you drink your sorrows away to do.
This song, Piano Man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was getting vibes of Piano Man.
Yep.
A bit. little bit. I mean, they very much don't sound the same.
Oh, very, very different songs.
But it's the same sort of, I guess,
environment.
Yeah, feeling and environment from it.
Yeah.
So it's odd.
Yeah. But very, very well done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Forever Free helped with instrumentation and mixing and all that sort of stuff. And the last one I'm going to feature is Moonbow by John Kenza. It's really good. It's got this powerful, uplifting sort of feel to it. I'm not entirely certain what genre you'd call it, but maybe hands up. Kenza tends to do hands up style. But yeah, I love how it plays out. I love the feeling behind it. I like the little vocal chops that it uses too. Those are really well done, though I'm not entirely certain where they came from. But either way, they're really good.
Beginning of it is very much a kind of a fly through space type feel. And I mean this in a good way, but it's kind of the sort of song you'd play over the end credits of a good movie.
Yeah.
Because it has a bit of a kind of a triumphant, we did it vibe to it.
It does.
And it's also got a very interesting end.
Oh yeah, the closing drums and shun.
Bump. Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
I liked it. It works.
It just stops.
Very good. 2 of those are from the Ponies at Dawn album too, so go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are what I've got for songs.
All right, so for fan fiction, I actually have stuff.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. For one thing, updates. Believe it or not,
Oh,
2
boy.
things updated. The Enchanting Kingdom got a new chapter in which, we meet a changeling again.
Right.
Changeling who's able to, mimic Rarity, and Twilight's still able to see the differences. And Twilight meets Cadence in person for the first time in a long time.
Well, that happened at the end of the last chapter. Yeah, they met at the end of the last update.
Yeah, but it's stuff happens anyway.
Yeah. But now more stuff happens.
More stuff too, and also they put that professor jerk through the ringer because hey look, it's the Alicorn. You know, the one you said didn't exist.
The one you said was assassinated.
Victory sip.
Yep.
So there's that, and Second Chance's redemption story actually updated as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's the night after the party in which Twilight and Timber broke up.
Oh.
Yeah. And Najia's still around and is kind of like having breakfast with the friends and stuff. It's weird for everybody. And
Weird
also,
and
Arya is not exactly happy with Adagia's behavior. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yep, it's definitely...
things are about to happen.
Yeah, things are coming to a head in some ways.
Yeah. Things are coming to a head.
Oh boy.
We'll put it that way.
So yeah, those have updated. But I also have 2 fixed to feature today. Yes, 2.
2?
Yes. Very short, though, both of them. First one is Pride of the Family by AJ Vasquez Brony 28. In which, Scootaloo and her family are invited to dinner with Dash's family. And Scootaloo jumps at the chance and, it's her aunts. You remember the ones who are gay.
Yes.
Things get awkward. Just to say that it's not to say the malicious awkward, it's the ignorant awkward.
Yeah.
So let's just say that.
Yeah.
It's short. It's about 2,000. Yeah, a little over 2,000 words.
It's awkward, but things are okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the working through that sort of stuff where it's like, oh, things aren't quite because the Dash's parents make a few assumptions about her aunts. So it's like, oh, whoops,
oops.
So yeah, so it starts off kind of, oh boy, Scootaloo's not handling it well, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. It had good moments. It was written fairly well. I liked it.
Dash and Scootaloo stuff.
And it was Dash and Scootaloo stuff. That's always good.
At one point did kind of say something stupid. I remember that, just kind of, ooh. And then Scootaloo did kind of like, really? Yeah. At least there's that. Scootaloo's like, really? Really? You just said that?
Just said that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, is this is kind of awkwardly saying things and, right. Probably shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
Right. And the other fic, it's Things They Couldn't Understand by Majin Syeekoh. I'm going to stick with that.
You gonna stick with that? See
Yep.
if you got it right.
Yeah. Might not have. But yeah, we featured this author before, and yeah, stumbled through the name a bit. But
Yep.
it's Adagio and Saitoi. Huh.
Huh.
How about that?
How about them apples?
Yeah. It's a one shot, though, not the other one, which it still hasn't gotten to that point yet.
Yet.
But yeah, it's basically Adagio and Twilight is hanging out because apparently Adagio is Twilight's tutor, right? And kind of a little thing about Adagio talking about the old ways and stuff, and things happen from there, and just kind of Twilight does word vomit because she's good at that, and yeah, they just kind of hit it off. I don't want to get into specifics because yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious where it's going.
Yeah. It was all right. I had trouble following it at times though. Just like trying to figure out wait, what exactly is going on here?
They're just talking.
Yeah, they're just talking, but sometimes it was just a little bit hard to follow.
I don't really have a problem.
Not really. It wasn't bad, but
I thought it was pretty straightforward. But yeah, it's again this was 2,200 words, a little over. So it's also pretty short. You can get through both of these fics pretty quickly, like maybe 20 minutes at most. That's if you take your time, I guess.
Some people read slower.
Yeah.
You read fast.
Well, I finished them in like 5-6 minutes. So.
You read fast.
I know. That's why I said 20
Yeah.
minutes. There should be enough time. But yeah, I like them both. I recommend checking both of them out.
Yeah. Go read them.
Yeah, I just
No
also
reason
like that
not
one
to.
just because that second one just because that is such an offbeat pairing. I want to see it make that work, you know. Because I just like that bit one too, particularly just because like Twilight's like figures out who she is. Really, it's like
Oh.
and then they're like, oh god, is this gonna be kidnapping?
Okay. It can be if you want.
Oh, oh no. Yeah, see, I like that. Adagio is blatantly flirting. Twilight's just kind of, sort of flirting, but kind of failing at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, check those out.
Yeah.
And that's it. We be done.
That's all, folks.
Yeah. That's it for this episode. So, if you enjoyed it, you can listen to past and future episodes at pony411.libsyn.com. Check it out there. You can subscribe via the RSS feed if you want. You can also search for us on iTunes. Again, pony411. Rate, comment, review, and subscribe. There's also Google Play, play.google.com/music. You gotta go there specifically. Search for pony411 and subscribe there and whatnot. There's also Stitcher, stitcher.com, or the iOS or Android apps, and search for pony411 and subscribe via that way. There's youtube.com/pony411. Subscribe, like, comment, whoop, whoop. And there's Ponyville Live, ponyvillelive.com. That's the YouTube version. There's also other podcasts and radio stations, and one of those radio stations is, of course, Ponyville FM, where we air every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget Daylight Savings Time. So remember that for this airing this week. And also, don't forget to check out the other music on that station as well as the live DJs.
Yes.
If you want to contact us, you could do so via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Questions, comments, criticisms, concerns. What do you think about Boast Busters? Are we right? Are we wrong? Do you actually like Trixie? Or what about the shorts as well? The Equestria Girls shorts. What do you think about them? Maybe we're off base and they're actually really great. Or maybe they just suck. I don't know. That's your opinion. And there's, of course, Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Like us there. New episodes are revealed there as they come out. And there's also, of course, the reviews, which we did 2 in the last few weeks. The Pirate Fluttershy and that robot Twilight thing. It stares into your soul. And, of course, there's Twitter. We're at Pony411. It's our usual nonsense spewing device. We say things there, including things like, ponies are actually pretty good, turns out. Who knew? Right? Right. And, of course, there's our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at AlicornAscension with 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. Transformers for me, again. Not surprising.
More retweeting of ponies.
Not surprising also that I'm complaining about Grump. A toy called Grump. I'm grumpy about Grump.
Grumpy about Grump, yep.
Also saw Black Panther, and I saw that, and I saw other things. Including a pink fluffy unicorn.
Pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rain.
There was no rainbow, though.
Oh,
That's what I was complaining about. But that is it. We are done. Next time, 2 weeks from now, will be the Season 8 premiere.
Yay, the hiatus is over.
This will be over by the time we talk again. So, join us then. We'll be talking about Season 8, because that's what we do.
Yep.
So until next time, though, please pony responsibly. See ya.
Good night.